Hey guys, welcome back to PSA Quest 100. The card in front of you is not being sent to PSA. That's part of the giveaway that's going on right now. 24th comment on that video wins. Don't bother commenting on this video. It has to be on the video that is dedicated to the V card giveaway. So, actually decent condition card compared to other giveaways. 24th comment, individual comment. Can't be on a continuous thread of someone else's comment. So 24th comment wins this card. Now, on with PSA Quest 100. Yeah, these cards are good looking cards. Going some old to some new school, all through different types, jumping around. One, I didn't even realize till I looked at it some more how cool it was. Of course, hoping all for great grades. However, guys, announcement for the PSA. If you weren't tracking or had mentioned in a previous video, we're waiting still for those original 15 grades so we can get a guess of what actually to send in. So we may revise some of our original 100 for these PSA Quest 100s because we don't know what exactly is going to come back as what. And we don't want to send something in that's going to come back super, super bad and make it worth even less versus just selling it without the grade. And we're not expecting to get those original 15 until between November 6th and November 11th. PSA's been dragging their feet. Really sucks. We just gotta kind of, bow down to our PSA gods of the cards. So, without further ado, though, moving into something a little bit newer. I hope I'm saying this right. It is a Delmies V. I think it's a V Max, or I think it has to say Max. It's a newer thing. I don't know if I consider these nicks or just how the card folds with this material. If they are nicks, that's a lot of little nicks. I can't see that being nicks because this was like a fully sealed card the whole time. So I don't think those are nicks. I think that's just the way the hollow and front of the card folds. So don't know about that. I'll have to look at some of my others of these. It's really hard to tell. PSA must hate the new Pokemon cards now that I think about it. How hard it is to grade the new Pokemon cards that are shiny everywhere. Yeah, I don't think that's nicks on the front because I have, tendency to where the back is always worse than the front and this back is super clean. That's just lighting, not whiting. Looks like all the wax is there. I don't see why this can't get a 10. I'm going to say 9 to 10, just so that way, we need it to come back as a 10, because newer cards, especially ones that aren't even popular, I've never even heard of this Pokemon, they just aren't worth much. Even when they come back 10s, they aren't even worth that much, which is kind of sad. But it is how it is. It's what people want. Not necessarily what the card is worth. It's what people want the card to be worth. The buyers, that is. Moving to another cool card. A little bit old school. This one's really hard to tell. It looks like, I know I'm talking before it's even on camera. So this one probably, it's going to be shy of an 8. It's hard to tell with Jolteon cards because some of it is just little lightning coming off of them. Like you can see, that's not scratches right there. That's a little lightning. And then you can see there is scratches in the hollow foil. I know that they grade against that, and there is a surface scratch here and a little bit of a nick there. I guess that's nicks. I can't really tell. Even in person, it really doesn't look like nicks. The back's got some whiting, nothing major. I guess some of the surface waxes come off. That's just dirt. Don't worry about that. So there is a whiting line. I'd say 6 to 7, but I'm going to guess between a 2 range. I'm going to guess between 6 and 8. I don't think it's going to get an 8 at all, but it'll be very surprising. It all depends, once again, on what the actual standards are. We may be pulling this Jolteon off later down the road when the original 15 come in. It is not your cameras, folks. This is just a much, 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 much older top loader. Nothing wrong with the card. It's not going to matter when you send this in because the PSA pulls it out of the top loader anyways. So, and then they throw your top loader away. You don't get your top loaders back, which seems kind of ridiculous to me that they just don't throw them back into the box that they send the cards back to you in, but that is the PSA for you, our card gods. So I believe same year cards. I believe Fossil and Jungle are in the same year. So this one also isn't in perfect condition, but this one tends to be worth a little bit more, even if it isn't in perfect condition compared to Jolteon. So it's another Fossil Hollow Moltres. There is some scratches. I gotta look at that in person. His wing. Oh, I guess that's just how it's drawn. It looked like there was like You can see what I'm talking about right there on the tip of his left wing, our right view. It looks like there's like too much whiting or something. But that's actually part of the art of Moltres himself. I guess it's hard to draw a fiery chicken. There is some surface scratches in the hollow foil, but the rest of the front is pretty good. It's not a bend; it's like a miscut. The way it is on that corner versus this fully smooth corner. I don't know if I can get that labeled by PSA, but that is a miscut. Also produced off centering all around. The off centering does kind of lower a grade, I guess, depending on what they consider major off centering. There is some whiting on the back, just on one edge though. Well, I guess a little bit on the corners. I'm gonna say 5 to 7. I know I'm getting kind of out there with my two different grades, but guys, until I get my grades back from my original 15, that's just gonna be the case. Um, it is what it is though. And we'll probably end up pulling things off. So, like, once we get those original 15 back, it'll let us know like what to just go ahead and sell and not to bother to send in a grade. If you haven't seen my early videos, you don't want to get everything graded. It just not even just time involved, but just the straight cost. You can actually lower the value of your card by getting it graded depending on its condition. Some people will. It's a little strange to me because getting something graded is authenticating it too at the same time. But yeah, this next card I've never seen this one, at least of him. I mean, I've seen this Pokemon, but I've never seen this version of him. Um, this one's probably gonna get pulled off the line. I'm looking at the back now too, so it's a really cool site there. I guess it's a Unseen Forces, which I haven't seen this version, so fitting name. Probably was a short run. There's some surface scratches, but that's not the part I really say ooh. The front has some nicks here and there. Some corner bend. It's not miscut. It's kind of corner bend, very weak corner bend. But the back has quite a bit of whiting, a little bit miscut, and it's hard to tell. But like I've already sleeved some of the other cards, but the wax isn't as much there or smooth. If I had to give this one a grade based on my small experience with graded cards, since PSA isn't in my stuff, and I know I keep complaining, I would have to guess between probably 4 and 5. But hey, we'll see. We'll hold on to it for now. We'll mark it down, put it down, punch it in, and put it on the list, and wait till his original 15 come in and see what's considered, what's what. If you didn't see my first original 15 cards that I sent into the PSA, I said 4 to 5, right? Either way, I'm gonna put 4 to 5 down. If you didn't see my original 15 cards, I didn't send only cards that where I was trying to get 10s in. I sent a small variety of the 15. I sent a majority of the cards that I was hoping for 8s and 10s. But I sent some cards that deliberately I would expect to get lower and to see what they come back as to help me really get that grading experience. So you have to understand, between a 10 and a 9, it can be the ittiest bittiest thing. It can be just the grader themselves. The PSA even claims this, that grades can be varied by one whole grade just on the whoever is your grader. And that can suck because the difference for some cards is one card that the same card that's a 10 versus the same card that's a 9, it could be worth $10,000 or worth 500. And yeah, it does jump around that much sometimes. But hey, if you really keep fighting it and resending it in, I'm certain they'll eventually change it over, resend them enough money. Now, this one's in better condition compared to some of the other cards that we looked at. And the reason why I think this one is so cool is because it has this, like, Pokey Arena symbol, hollow foil, off of, like, it's actually in the writing, and then, like, there's nature symbols or, energy symbols for the hollow foil. This is an awesome magneton. And I wonder if this is the same just for this whole series. If it is, this is an awesome series, and I haven't seen much of it. There is some surface scratches. Um, I wouldn't say they're deep, but I would definitely say they're obvious, especially in the lighting. Other than that, even with those surface scratches, that's really about it against this card. The back's not in perfect condition. There looks like there's some wax missing. There's itty bitty nicks on the left corner, and then that's about it. There's some sort of, I wouldn't even call it whiting. It's more just how the card folds. I guess you could call that whiting the itty bitty nick, but and I might be being too optimistic, but I would say an 8. I don't know how hard they count for surface scratches in hollow foil, but it's a really cool card. It I would definitely want this to at least come back an 8. If it's not an 8, that's sad. But we're going to guess 7 to 8. I think that's fair. The 7's probably way more fair, but I'd say 7 to 8. So that's PSA Quest for 100. Hold on, guys. I'm pulling away from the mic. So that's PSA Quest for 100. I thought that Marathon was really cool. I've always thought Marathon's been a cool character, basically because he's 3 of 1 Pokemon combined, just like Diglett to Dead Trio. There's some Pokemon that are like this. I'd like to see that more often, actually, with Pokemon. I know it's probably really cliche style, but like that'd be kind of cool, like if 3 Charizards just combined and made a Pokemon, or like I don't know. I guess more like 3 of the legendaries, since the legendaries are more elemental versus their actual physical selves. So like if Zapdos combined with like Articuno and Moltres and created some like insane death bird, I don't know. But hey, hopefully the giveaway hasn't ended already. This is just first to 24 comments. Not like you have to do 24 comments individually. Whoever is the 24th comment individually wins that Regirock V. So good luck, and looks like it's going off right now. Thanks. Bye.